Okay, okay. So we are now going to test the APIs and see if it works as required and see how we for it. So I'll be leveraging on Tender Client, not Postman for now. So Tender Client, click on Tender Client. But before you start with Tender Client, you have to go to the extensions on VS Code. That's this side, extensions, and click on extensions. Then just type Tender Client. Then all the results will be uploaded. Then just install the first one, that is Tender Client, the first one, the lightweight REST API. And once that is done, you can just go to your Tender Client. You have this here, access here. Just click on it and so we are listening on port HTTP colon to / localhost colon 5000 / API / root. So this one. Now to pass a request in the form of body, you just have to navigate to the body form. The body formularity is here, and just click on JSON format because we are working in what JSON format from the flask API. You can see that we are listening to a JSON, and also this side our responses from the Express is also in JSON format. So come back here. Now from the flags, we are listening to the key and the value, right? And the key name is name, and the value is whatever. The initial value is guessed because let's say we sent a request, and there is no value in it. The initial name would what guessed there. But since you'll be sending a name, what you have to do is to create a JSON. A JSON is just an object of key and value. So this is the correct way of writing JSON. Then write name, go this way, and the name. So the name is NAAY 123. So this is the value that we are sending to this field or this key name. From here we can see that the name and what the guest, and also here from the server side the response or the request that I listen to is name and must tally with whatever. Yeah, so the name and the value. And when it send this response, we are going to get when you send this request, the Axios will fetch from this localhost and attach the body or the JSON format to this Axios post, and from there it migrate or transfer this side to this flags, and the flags listening to this function take the JSON format of it, and the JSON format we get the data, right? If there is no data in the name, we initialize with a guess, but if there's a name, we just populate it with it, whatever that is in. So we send this and start processing, and firstly, like yeah. So you can see from here that reference error request is not defined. The reason why we're getting request is not defined because we didn't state the request and the response here. So you have to state them asynchronous request and response. Yeah, and you are good to go. Now when node mod starts again and node mod runs successfully, we are 100% sure that this server is going to run successfully. So just click on this and it runs. You see that hello name 123. This is coming from flask. So what's the workflow? Let's understand the workflow. Now, what's going on? First, we set up the server. After setting up the server, what's the next move? The next move is moving to flask, creating the endpoint name. So we created an endpoint API grid and a method of what post. Yeah, that's it. And we created a data because we're getting from JSON, right? So we request from the JSON and we store whatever that we have in that data. But here is the body. So in a form, we're sending this body, that's the name. And when this name hits this the endpoint on flask, it gets this JSON, right? It transforms into a JSON format. So this body is already a JSON, but when it hits this endpoint in flask, it transforms it again to a JSON and store this in the data, right? Then you do our check here. So we are going to check the name. So the data dot get this name from that JSON format. So this request, we have a name and a value. Good. So the body here is a JSON sent to this flask and transform it to the JSON again. Then we are going to get the name and the value. You can see from here a name and a value, right? The name and the value. Once that is triggered, we get this two data. Then we can return whatever that we have here. So return the name, return the name, return the name. So it returns this value, that is name 123. Then say okay, hello. Then this is, so it returns this name, and this name is a response, right? So it's awaiting. We are waiting for the response. Response come. So when the response comes, say, okay, I've received the response, so I can call whatever data was in it, and that data. So this is how we integrate a JSON, integrate a mern stack and a flask, right? So this is a very head start that is going to help you to develop a lot of complex. So let's try a different name. So let's say a different name like Akufuado or Baumia, any of them. Akufu, let's say Akufu Ado, and we send this response. We are going to get hello Akufuado. This is coming from flask. So this is the message. Why are you getting message? We are getting message because why are you getting message? We are getting message because when it comes to this side, you can see that message, hello name. So this is how we integrate a mern stack, a flask API together. And since now we know how to integrate these two together, we can, next project will be about writing some little Python codes and do some data processing. We'll be doing we're working something like mathematics, whereby we enter some numbers and we do some calculations. Maybe we find the quadratic formula, all this concept, or we can find a square, like just take the basics, or we can do some complex stuff like recommendation system, whereby you enter your food and we recommend this using Python, because we are writing a course in Python and Flask is helping us to navigate to our actors. And so this is new code. Please like, subscribe to our channel. This is a family.